Hello.
So what is going on, guys? It's Triple G here, back with another Borderlands 3 video. In today's video, it is the final top 5 best shotguns, continuing on our series. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a comment or subscribing to the channel, or join us over on Twitch. We stream 5 times a week, and otherwise, let's get straight into this video. So first on the list is the speed loading Hellwalker. No surprises here, this makes it into the top shotguns. This is one of the best shotguns in the game. It is a Jacobs legendary shotgun. Has a fixed damage at level 72 of 47,000 times 10. It absolutely smacks. Its special ability, being Jacobs, is that it ricochets an incendiary round on crit. It absolutely smacks on all Vault Hunters, particularly on Flak, which can make most of the pellets actually crit from Megavore. It works really well with fadeaway as well. It doesn't really matter what the armor bar or the flesh bar or the shield bar is. The Hellwalker usually will get the job done. In terms of anointments, I like next to magazines, and where it can drop from, it can drop from Road Dog. So it's Road Dog on Pandora if you want this weapon. Next up on the list, we have a Hyperion shotgun called the Butcher. Now, the Butcher was recently buffed and is absolutely phenomenal now. Absolutely phenomenal. The Butcher's special ability, it has a random chance to fill the magazine back up with a random amount of bullets. And as you can see from the footage here, it means that you can just hold the trigger down for an extended period of time. Works exceptionally well with Leave No Trace on Flak. Now, it can come in a variety of elements as well, which means that you can match it to whatever you need to. In terms of anointments, I also do still like to have next to mags on here, but that will depend on the build itself and the variant. It can also come in a ×6, but it will consume more ammunition. So if you like just holding the trigger down, look out for that ×3, because it really does do a lot of work. The Butcher can world drop. You can also get it from Raging Titan in the Slaughter Shaft from round 5 as the boss. And finally, you can also get it from Dinklebot from the Lootogram. Next up, we have the Reflux. Now, this is one of my favorite shotguns in the game. This can come in a ×7 or a ×14 variant, and that's going to depend on your build. For a ×7, that works really well with head count on Flak to bring your action skills back even faster. The Reflux comes in a standard of corrosive, and mixing next to mags will also mix the splash chain damage, which is the Reflux's special ability. So if you have multiple enemies next to each other, if you shoot the first guy, then the others will chain, a little bit like the Brainstormer. However, the chains are corrosive. With next to magazines, you introduce a different element into that chain. And with ASCs as well, you can really do a ton of damage. The Reflux is a Mayhem 6 exclusive, so you're going to have to go over to Genevieve in the Ferocious Canopy on Eden 6 to farm it, but it is well worth the farm. It's about a 15% drop chance, so it's not very high, but it is well worth the time. You can also get it as a reward from the Guardian takedown, but you're much better off going to farm Genevieve. Next up, we have the Guardian Angel. Now, the Guardian Angel is a DLC 6 Season Pass 2 exclusive. It drops from the Vault card. So you will need to go over to the Vault card, make sure you have enough keys, and then you can grab the shotgun, the Guardian Angel. Now, the Guardian Angel's special ability is that it buffs damage up to 400% based on the distance from you from the target. And if you have projectiles that are slow to meet the target, you can swap to the Guardian Angel and you will get a buff of that 400% to whatever is about to happen. So for example, take the Cutsman, the projectiles take a while to get there. If you swap to it before the projectiles hit said enemy, you will boost that damage. Conversely, if you have dot damage and you switch to the Guardian Angel, you will also boost your dot damage. So it's known in the Borderlands community as a bit of a stat stick, but it works exceptionally well for certain builds that want to do millions and millions of damage. The gun itself is a Hyperion shotgun, always comes in shock, comes in a ×12 or a ×32. It does do a decent amount of damage itself, but realistically, all it is there for is to buff other things. Whilst it does say weapon damage on the card, it actually buffs other things as well, as grenade damage and action skill damage. So any other damage that you have will be buffed by the Guardian Angel as well. So if you've seen in the footage, I'm using the rack and the fish slap. That's all being buffed by the Guardian Angel. Finally, we have the Face Puncher. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's a melee gun, but it is a shotgun, and it does give you the opportunity for some of the more diverse and clever and wacky things in Borderlands 3. So it gets a definite mention in my top 5. Now, the Face Puncher, if you didn't know, and you probably do by now, does melee damage instead of actual gun damage, which means in the hands of most Vault Hunters, it works exceptionally well. However, in Amara's hands, it's absolutely godly. Now, it can come in a variety of pellets, 7 and 14, always does kinetic or non-elemental damage. However, with next 2 mags or some other ASCs, you can put some elemental stuff through it. You can also use a cryo stone or any of the stone elements to change your Face Puncher into an elemental variant, and it also synergizes really well with things like the static charge, the white elephant. Anything that does melee damage will get an interaction from the Face Puncher. So as you can see from the footage, we are chaining shock to enemies using a static charge, doing tons and tons of damage. It also works exceptionally well with body and mind skill in Amara's 4th skill tree. Each individual pellet on the Face Puncher is causing its own elemental nova because each one is classed as a melee hit, meaning we are doing tons of damage. This is Death Dealer Amara. If you are wondering, go check it out. It smacks the shit out of the game. In terms of the gun itself, it's a Hyperion shotgun, as we said, non-elemental. Mag size can vary between 3 and 8 and comes in a ×7 or a ×14. Guys, that is it for today's video. Let me know in the comment section below if you feel like any other shotguns should have made it in there. I know the Anarchy was very close to this one. If you've enjoyed this video, please consider like, commenting and subscribing to the channel, or join us over on Twitch. We stream 5 times a week, and otherwise I'll catch you in the next one.